Hey everybody, this is Tank and Trucker, and I got a special episode for you here. This is a replay that I had sent to me from digger007, who is in his E-50, and he is teamed up with another E-50 and a T-54, and the other two gentlemen go by Caro Corner and Honkanen. If I chopped your name up, guys, I do apologize. Some of these names are not the easiest in the world to pronounce, unfortunately. But why am I showing this video? Well, because this, to be honest with you, is what I like to see when you have a platoon of tanks, be it top tier, middle tier, low tier, whatever. They stick together. They work as a cohesive unit, and they are able to basically kick the living snot out of this enemy team. And just to give you some stats on this, I got it written down. So if I'm looking down, it's because I've got my cheat sheets here. So at the end of the match, digger007 got a Class 1, Bruiser, Duelist, High Caliber, and a Top Gun. Not to foil some of the ending for you, but they do win this match, and I was just very, very impressed on how well these guys played together. This first shot he takes, I was like, where in the hell did that shot go? After reviewing it a few times, it actually hit the wall. The E-50 does have pretty good accuracy. On the move, not so much. When you stop, it's got pretty darn good accuracy. He hits this KR pattern in the keister there. I think it was it was a KR pattern. Hit it in the keister there, and as you can see, like I said, all three of them are sticking together right here. They're pushing up the zero line. And the nice thing, if you can take the zero line, basically you control the whole easterly on this side, the northeasterly section of the map, and then you're able to start capping them and put pressure on the enemy team to have to come back. Another nice thing I like about the way these guys ran this is you can see that these three guys went this way, and they had a few other tanks go for backup, and you got your tank destroyers in the back here and a couple lights, and as of right now it's tied up 3-3, and I believe, yeah, digger007, he's got one of the kills. One of his platoonmates gets a kill, and he gets, I believe he gets 6 more. He had 18 shots, 13 hit, and 13 pen. He's using premium rounds on this, but a lot of times, and I do the same thing, if I'm top tier, and if the team, if you look at their stats, if you got XVM and it looks like they're not going to be a huge help, a lot of times people, including myself, will shoot a lot of premium rounds just to make sure when you hit a target that you're hitting it, damaging, penetrating it and damaging it. And, that way you don't bounce all day long. And their team is actually starting to lose 5-7 now. At the end of the match, he actually damaged 8, destroyed 6. Ended up doing 4,135 damage with 6 kills, and he got 1,164 base experience on that match, which is phenomenal. So now they run into the problem that the enemy team's actually beating them 8-6, and now they're starting to put pressure on his team. digger007's here to have to come back and reset the cap. He gets a wicked shot on that. I think it was a bulldog there. Let me kind of cheat here. I believe that was a bulldog, and yes, it was. So he hits that bulldog on the move, and then continues on into the cap area so he can help get resets. This 251, I believe, is holding all the cap points here. The 251 didn't even know he was here, I don't think, because he's just leaving his butt hang out there. That AMX 1390, gets in the way of digger007 a couple times. I got to say I was pretty impressed with that shot he just took, as he shot just to the left of the turret of the 1390, but he was able to make that shot without actually hitting the 1390. Bounced around from the Pershing there. The frontal armor on the E-50 and the E-50M are actually very exceptional. They just did a buff on both of them to believe the turret armor. I know the gun depression, they did a buff on them. And then the thing he's going to have a little bit of a problem here. He runs into, there's an Emil. And, you know, you get, and he gets auto, or excuse me, ammo rack, but he's got a premium repair kit, which was real nice. But now that Emil is actually going to reload. And you look, in this 25-2, no offense to the T25-2, but basically he had real crappy stats. And, you know, it really sucks when, you know, you're on a roll, you're doing good, you're doing damage, you're knocking the shit out of the enemy team, and then some guy that has kind of crappy stats almost cost you, you know, getting, you know, hit for damage. And, you know, digger007 still has 3/4 of his health, but it always sucks when that happens. You know, it makes you just want to turn around, put a round right in his back of his turret. But, you know, he did a good job. Hits a C75 in the keister there. And now digger007 is going in for the kill. I believe, let me take a little peek here. Yep, all three of his teammates, or him and his two teammates, are still in the match. He's up to 4 kills, and he's going in. That 1390, once again, he's in his way. That 1390 was lucky to get out of there without getting killed. He did take a shot in the side by the E75, but he was able to scoot out of there with just a few hit points left. Takes out that E75, and he's moving in to kill that ML2. You know, I gotta say too that these guys had their target priority perfect, right on the money. They knew what guns that needed to be taken out first, and they all worked together to just whittle these guys down and take them out. And lo and behold, there's the end of the match. digger007 and ended up getting the Top Gun. Whoops, like I said, he ended up doing 4,135 damage. He got a Class 1, Bruiser, Duelist, High Caliber, a Top Gun. He ended up getting 6 kills. His platoon mates actually did a substantial amount of damage too. digger007 was just lucky enough to be able to get the kills on the tanks that everybody was working on. But yeah, I mean, he really busted his ass. So I mean, getting 4135 in damage in any tank is pretty good, let alone a medium. Compared to the enemy team had more heavies than they did, and I believe they actually had a couple autoloaders, whereas his team really didn't. But yeah, kudos to these three guys. They did a kick-ass job. It was a great play. They did everything pretty much spot on, and I can't really think of any mistakes that I could see him or any of his the other two platoon mates of him making. They all actually did a very good match there. At the beginning, when he was going down the beach side, I saw, you know, he did shoot on the move and missed a couple of those, but I think he was doing that just due to the fact that the enemy team had Artie, and probably I would imagine if I were in his shoes, I'd have done the same thing, because you don't want to, you know, stop to aim in, because the minute you stop, you're you know, Artie bait. And it was a pretty good sized Artie on the enemy team. You know, GW Tiger P. It's the same gun that's on the tier 10, and you get hit with that, and it can pretty much melt you really quick. So kudos to digger007. Carl Corner, and Honkanen. And like I said, if I mispronounce your name, guys, I'm really sorry. But you guys did an awesome job. This was a great replay. You know, thank you for sending it to me. And you guys, I hope if I'm ever in a match, I hope you're on my team. So you guys take it easy, be safe, and I will see you on the battlefield.